Here's how the Angi integration works and why it's so incredibly useful. So the way that we are able to automate Angi outreach or responses is that when somebody comes in with Angi, it goes straight to our webhook. Your account manager at Angi or the integration specialist that we go back and forth with basically connects your account to this webhook, and that will shoot it to a workflow that we have built. And there's actually one thing that happens before this. It goes to a database. But if we want to get very specific, first it will go to the database, and then it will then trigger the webhook. And then it will go to a workflow. And then what happens in the workflow is that lead will get an SMS and email. And if you have outbound AI, it will also trigger an outbound AI. There's another thing that happens here, which is basically an outbound AI webhook, which actually leads them to here. And this is how it works with the outbound AI. And outbound AI would call and just say like, hey, I'm calling from Magical Roofing, so tell me like, how can we help? With an SMS, you might want to say something like, hey, I know you're getting hit up by every roofer in Atlanta, but here's a bit about us and why we'd love a chance to earn your business, right? And you could say the same thing in an email. So this is like, entering the workflow. These two messages, they should be written exactly the way that you want to write them. So you want to control that output. And then when they reply, the chat AI will pick it up from there and get them scheduled into your calendar. You can have it hooked up to an external calendar, or you can have it hooked up to your CRM calendar. We've been working on our APIs for years now. As long as we have an API with your CRM, we're able to have an AI essentially take an Angi lead and schedule them directly into your CRM calendar without any human intervention. And here in the outbound AI, right? So like when it goes through the workflow and that triggers the webhook to trigger the outbound AI, once somebody picks up, now you're being charged for that call, right? You're not being charged if they don't pick up. When they reply, that is the trigger to the AI to basically, you know how an outbound AI works, right? Now, another thing that you could do, let's say they don't reply to this through a text or through an email, but rather they call back. And this would happen generally with an SMS. So let's say they call back. What you could do is you could have that call route straight to an inbound. So it can be an inbound AI to take that call, or you could have it go to your office, or you could do both. You could have it go to your office during business hours and have it go to an inbound AI after business hours. So this is how we connect Angi. And one of the reasons people don't have success with Angi is you have to be a lightning bolt. And it's not just speed to lead. Like you have to be speed to lead and then have an actual workflow follow-up. Because what if they don't pick up? Or what if it's not a great follow-up? What if it's just a text message? Or what if it's just a call? That's not enough. You got to hammer people over and over until you get them at the right time, they can get on the phone, or you get them at the right time and they can actually respond to a text message or an email, and then the AI will kick in seconds later. And as long as they haven't shut their phone down and walked away, you got their attention and we can get that appointment scheduled. So that's how this works. Just wanted to make a really quick video about that. I'll do some others on some other lead sources and how they connect with our system as well. That's it for now. Later.